Happy full moon in Cancer! It is finally the halfway point. We are at a point where we can really take a look, that 6,000 foot view, 30,000 foot view, however high you want to go, and look to see how we have done up until this point. It's the halfway point. A couple more weeks and we'll have a new moon, which will start a whole new cycle. But looking at the activity that you have done thus far up until this point, it is time to celebrate. The full moon in Cancer, Cancer is the planet or the zodiac sign that is all about emotion. So a full moon already has a lot of emotion. It's that watery energy. When the full moon is here, the tides rise, the ocean rises, and we are mostly made up of water. And so emotion is watery energy. So that often comes to the surface. I mean, think back in all of the werewolf and horror stories. It all happens on the full moon. Everyone can get a little crazy. It's just a heightened sensitivity. It's just a heightened emotional state. But the fact that this is in Cancer is like a double whammy of emotion. And the fact that this is the beginning of the year and it's the first full moon of the year, this sets the tone for the rest of the year. So this is when you can really hone in on your emotional foundation, your emotional maturity, your emotional intelligence. And so one way to do that is to really, as as we're working in the context of our goals. So for me, that I want to feel better in my body. I want to feel 5 more pounds of lightness in my body. And I've been tracking my macros for more protein. I've been doing my workouts to feel better in my body. Thank you for the thumbs up. Um, and have been doing some cleaning and decluttering around my house to feel like there is more space. I'm reflecting on what has worked well and what has given me more opportunity to make adjustments. And the macros tracking, that is going well. I partnered that with when I'm making my meals, that's when I'm tracking my stuff in the MyFitnessPal, and that is going well. I have not been moving my body as much as I wanted to, or as much as I thought I was. I got a Fitbit, and I know that's old news to so many of you, Apple Watches and Aura Rings and Fitbits, but I hadn't had one in a really long time. And I have noticed that I am sitting at my desk way more than I would like to be. I am doing it and creating fabulous new things, but I think I can do it in a way that's smarter and works better for my body too. And so I am being emotionally intelligent and I'm celebrating the win. I am also being emotionally intelligent, and with that feeling of, "Ugh," I'm addressing it in the moment so that I can use that as something to look forward to and help pull me forward in the future, instead of waiting for a couple of weeks, looking back saying, what happened? You fell off way back along, whatever. You screwed up again. Da 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 da. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that build. I'm going to be emotionally intelligent. I'm going to work with my emotional foundation. The other thing with this beautiful full moon is to do a ritual. And one ritual that I will suggest this time for this full moon, and I do this a lot actually, is to make full moon water. So just take a mason jar or any glass jar that you have, fill it up with water. I'm going to use Sodalite. I'm going to put a crystal in. Sodalite is the card that I pulled for today, which is Speak Your Truth, which is also emotional intelligence, right? You have to know who you are in order to speak authentically and to be able to know what your truth is. So I thought it was perfect for today. And thank you, Spirit team, for bringing it to me. But I'm going to put this in my mason jar to help inform and take the energies from the moon and really supercharge that water. So I live in a cold climate. I will not be putting that outside under the moon tonight because it will freeze and the glass jar will break. But I am going to put it in a window so that the moonlight can come in and supercharge that. And then I can use that water ongoing. You can clean with that. Again, the Water is so supercharged, you can use that as a cleaner in and of itself. So you might use a little bit of that water to clean a doorway that allows more positive, supercharged energies to come in, more abundance to flow in. You can do your kitchen counter, you can do your vanity, you can do your mirror, and also put it in your bath, or if you take a shower, pour it over your head. And that really just supercharges the energy and the intention of the emotional groundedness and the emotional foundation and stability. I offer that to you. We are still in the receive pillar. I was going to say receive, recalibrate, and reflect, but that's the word that came out. At any rate, we're still doing that. And so receiving is again with that emotional foundation, really taking that information in, receiving it. Okay, this becomes something that is going to continue to program that reticular activating system that we talked about within our nervous system so that you have the evidence to be able to pull from should you need it again in the future, that I can do this. I have done this. This is how I've done that before. I can do this again. So I leave that up to you as well. Astrological insights for today. The full moon in Cancer amplifies emotional connection and self-nurturing, making it an ideal time to focus on personal growth and relationships. So, what is one thing that you are celebrating today? What is one win that you are celebrating today? Put it in the comments. Let's continue to inspire one another, and I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy this full moon. It is gorgeous. Ciao.